What's happening, my Jack family? Coach Scott here, jacked40.com. In one of my recent videos, I received a comment from a guy who said that with all my years of training experience, I should weigh more than 150 pounds. So I thought this would be a great discussion to talk about some of the different predicting tools out there with your genetic muscular potential, as well as what I believe is the best predictor of how much muscle you can gain as a natural lifter. But I think the interesting thing is, if I hadn't been so transparent with this channel throughout my whole transformation journey, where 9 years ago I dropped that 50 pounds of fat, got down to 137 pounds, and then since that time, 9 years ago, been slowly but steadily adding muscle in a nice linear fashion, averaging about a pound of muscle per year, now weighing in at 147 pounds when I'm 7.4% body fat, which is even leaner than I was when I weighed 137 pounds. Currently sitting at about 154 pounds, I would guess like 12% body fat. Who knows? It's just a form of measurement, but a little bit heavier. If I didn't say what my stats were, what my body weight is, I guarantee he would have not guessed that I'm 150 pounds. My fellow gym bros are stunned when I tell them what my body weight is. They're just in disbelief that I weigh 150 pounds. Most of them who see me right there in person would assume that I weigh between 165, 170. Some even guess me even closer to that 175, 180 pound mark. And I don't think a lot of people realize how many lightweight bodybuilders are walking around the gym because we create this illusion of looking bigger. Like when we're leaner, you see the muscular details. We sculpt a nice symmetrical, proportional, balanced physique. It creates the illusion that we are bigger than we are. Of course, different muscle attachments, insertion points, can, like how long your muscle bellies are, can make an impact on how muscular you look as well. But the bottom line is that most people have no freaking idea that I weigh 150 pounds. So if I didn't bring this up in topics of conversations there, I probably wouldn't be getting this kind of response of people saying, well, I would expect you to look bigger, because most people think I look pretty damn big, especially in the gym, and especially for a little guy. And I get compliments. I gotta tell you, I freaking love the gym that I train at. The gym is just full of complete beasts, just massive men, and they go out of their way to compliment others, and I have been on the receiving end of many of those compliments. So I appreciate those gym bros way more than some keyboard jockey hiding behind a pen name on YouTube here is going to drop a comment saying that I should look bigger. So I appreciate their comments a lot more because they're genuine. They see me in action, and they're rooting for me. They're cheering for me. As a little natural guy, a lightweight bodybuilder in the gym, they show me my props. I love it. And I wish we had a lot more of that, especially in the online forums, in this online world, because us lightweight bodybuilders, we're really marginalized. I mean, I don't want to whine and complain here, but there is a lot of us smaller guys out there who are never going to be 160 pounds, 170 pounds. We certainly won't be 200 pounds. And I'll receive a lot of comments that if I've heard even like Mark Ripito make statements that if you're not weighing 200 pounds, you're not a man kind of thing. Like we are definitely we face a lot of criticism out there. We face a lot of shaming, I guess you could say. And unfortunately, it's comments like these that oftentimes will have some lightweight bodybuilders experience muscle dysmorphia. Wonder what's wrong with me? How come I'm not bigger than I am? I'm busting my butt in the gym. I'm doing everything properly. I'm eating well, sleeping well, training optimally. Like everything is on point. How come I'm not bigger than I am? And sometimes it will lead to them experimenting with performance enhancing drugs or steroids and really trying to take their body to the next level while doing more harm rather than living a healthier lifestyle, I dare to say, but trying to do it naturally or just accepting what our genetic potential truly is. And if you do a search online for muscular potential, how much muscle you can gain in your lifetime of lifting, you're gonna come across a variety of different predicting tools. You got Casey Butts with the wrist thing. I've got a very narrow wrist myself, so bone structure is a big deal. Like if you've got a smaller bone structure, it can't handle large amounts of muscle mass. So you can take those tools with a grain of salt. It's not the end all be all, but it's something to consider. You look at yourself, you've got smaller bone structure, I'm probably not gonna be a freaking beast if I've got smaller bones. Another one, you look at Lyle McDonald, Alan Aragon, there's a few different predicting tools out there that say like if you have incredible genetics throughout your lifting career, you can maybe gain about 20 to 30, actually I think at the most, if optimally, like you're like a genetic freak, 30 to 50 pounds of muscle throughout your lifetime. But again, all these, like, how do you know how much muscle? Is that from the time you start lifting, you're 13 years old? Is it when you're 18, 20 years old, or you're like a fully grown adult, you stop growing? Is that when you start adding on the muscle there? It's open to just so much interpretation. Can you add 30 to 50 pounds on top of what the normal healthy body weight would be? So based on my height, my ideal body weight would be between 128 pounds and 163 pounds. But I don't know, like, what body fat percentage is this ideal body weight at? Is this person an active lifestyle, or are they basing this just completely sedentary? No weight training whatsoever at all. So do we add the 30 to 50 pounds on top of what your ideal body weight would be without training there? It's so tough to gauge. Like, it's a guessing game. And frankly, I think we should ignore all these calculators there, all these predictors, because we all respond differently to training. There are non-responders to training out there. There are people who respond at an incredible rate to training. They just look at a dumbbell and they start growing. You see it in every freaking study out there, whether you're talking about training frequency, you're talking about rep range, all these different protocol that are out there. You look at all of the individuals in that experiment, and the plot is ridiculous at how much the difference in the person who's a high responder and the person who is a low responder or non-responder. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's crazy to see that two people can follow a protocol and one person make no gains at all, and one person just gain incredible amounts of muscle on that program. We all respond differently, and those are the things that we can't really identify. I do think it's going to be in the not so distant future. There are some genetic testing being done. I watched a program not that long ago where they were looking at non-responders to exercise, and there may be a genetic test that is going to be able to tell us, like, how well we respond to exercise. Which always makes it interesting when you see programs geared specifically to hard gainers, because really in the big picture, if you're a hard gainer, like if you're a true, like a non-responder, it's almost not going to matter what you do. It's going to be a painful struggle for you to build muscle over time. No changing up things in your training program is going to make all that much of a difference. You just kind of lost the genetic lottery, unfortunately. This is where I love the transparency from guys like Jeff Nippard, who has talked about, I mean, I would consider him a genetic freak. The dude looks freaking incredible. Shorter guy, but just the amounts of muscle that he can pack on his frame is absolutely incredible. When he's competition lean, I think the last time he competed might have been around 155 pounds. I would never guess. Like, he looks like he's a 200-pound beast with the shape of his muscles, the muscle size and everything. But he was very open about it. Like, listen, guys, like, yeah, I'm sharing these protocols and everything, but I've got genetics on my side as well. And he trained with his mom. His mom is freaking jacked. His mom would probably put me to shame in the gym. There are females who are incredible responders to training and muscle development, just as there are females who don't respond very well to it as well. I think his dad is a tremendous responder as well, so he's got some great genetics on his side where he's going to respond incredibly well to his training. And to be honestly, that's probably going to be one of the best predictors of your muscular potential. Now, I look at my dad, had him in a video recently. He's been training longer than I have. He's a little bit taller than me, 5'8". I'm 5'6.5", and he weighs in at 155 pounds. My son, 19 years old, been lifting for over 5 years now, pretty damn consistently, experiencing all those newbie gains, competed in powerlifting. I mean, he's been pretty serious about his training. He's not even 150 pounds yet, and he's 5'10", 5'9", 5'10", so taller than me, lighter. So you just kind of look at your overall genetics in your family. My uncle, who is lifting even longer than my dad, same idea, right around my weight, lighter. Like, you think he's under 150 pounds as well, and training hard consistently year in and year out. So I look at my family living the lifestyle that I'm living, pushing it hard, training hard, eating well, living well, doing all the right things, and we're just not we're not gonna be big beasts. It's just try to make the most out of the gifts that we've been granted. And for myself personally, rather than looking at these muscle predicting tools, I just look at my own personal journey and the progress that I have made over the years. I was a scrawny freaking kid. It didn't matter how much I ate. I was that teenager who was pounding back the Muscle Gain 2000 shakes like crazy. My buddy and I were going across the border. We were hooked on EAS products. We were taking the phosphagen, the HMB supplements. We were drinking protein powders and eating protein bars and just pigging out like crazy trying to gain weight. At 19 years old, after 6 years of lifting, I only weighed 123 pounds. So in the past 26 years, I have gained 25 pounds and I'm leaner. So chances are I've gained even more than 25 pounds of muscle during this time. So if you look at those predictor tools, hell, I am right up there with my genetic potential. So although some keyboard jockeys may think that I should weigh more than I do, I don't. I think I've done pretty damn well over the years. I see the consistent progress I've made, and I have had ups and downs along the way. I think I've taken full advantage of my genetic potential, and I continue to take advantage of it, just giving my best effort, my best focused attention, eating well, sleeping well, just living an overall healthy, active lifestyle, learning and growing every step of the way. The actions and steps I am taking now is better than ever before. So each little thing can have a little bit of an impact, and I am more than happy. If I can gain a pound of muscle per year, I'm freaking ecstatic at this point in the game. Slow and steady progress, having fun with every step of the journey, not trying to compare myself to 200-pound beast out there, not trying to compare myself to what an industry standard should be like. I am in this comparing myself to me and my journey, and I see the continuous growth, and I am celebrating every freaking step of the way. I love this process. I love what I have been able to achieve with the gifts that I have been granted, and I am super excited for what I'm going to achieve in the years to come. As slow and steady as it is, I just find so many different mini victories to celebrate along the way, and I think you should as well. I wouldn't get caught up in the numbers, and I would feel proud. I am a proud lightweight bodybuilder. Big reason why I created the Lightweight Pride years ago for guys like myself who it's just not in our genetic cards to be 160, 170, 200-pound beast out there, but we can still look our absolute freaking best and feel our absolute best and celebrate how we look each and every day and even look bigger than we are. Chances are no one's going to guess your body weight if you weigh under 150 pounds. I can just about guarantee it. And if you're a lightweight bodybuilder like myself, I would love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your experiences. Have you experienced any kind of body shaming? Have you felt small and wondered, like, what's wrong with me? How come I can't build muscle like all these other people? And then you get online, you're doing all these searches, and you see the bodybuilding programs for hard gainers, and you see all these amazing success stories that, oh yeah, I got on this one program and I blew up like crazy. And then you try it and you're like, well, damn, I'm not blowing up. What's wrong with me? Then you program hop to another thing, another program that promises huge muscle gains, and damn, again, what's wrong with me? And it sends you on this continual search of trying to find a program that's finally gonna fit you, when really it's, the bottom line is we're dealing with our genetic potential here, and we just gotta face the music that we aren't going to build muscle as fast as everybody else, and we can't compare ourselves to everybody else out there. So I would love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro, especially a fellow lightweight bro like us, who would benefit from watching this video, do me a favor and share it with them. And before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. I'll catch you in the next video.